Special thank you to all of my patrons, especially my precious pets. Wild Horizon, Nikki Bailey, Viore Vix, Hybrid Sisters, Michelle, Ann Adventure, Lily Rosenhart, Ciandre, Destiny, Supanek, Toka, Udu Betty, and Lucy Scott Rushton. Special delivery for one lovely royal to be. Several, in fact. Not too many people out here wanting to consolidate their thoughts into one single piece of paper. Can't blame them if there's anything personal in here. I haven't looked through them myself. I was holding off in case you wanted someone to hear your reactions in real time. Besides, I can't imagine there's much fun to be had reading all of your secret thoughts about me. It's better to not experience heartbreak from anywhere other than from you directly. But maybe you didn't say anything about me. Honestly, that might hurt my feelings even more. What's worse than being considered an annoyance than not being considered at all? Well, if we're going to stay on good terms and continue this arrangement, I wouldn't mind hanging around until you're done going over all your letters. Even better. What an absolute sweetheart you are. You have no idea how long I've been craving these chocolates. Couldn't get enough of them last time. Now, where to start? Who's the person you've been wanting to hear from the most? If it's too hard to pick, I'll happily tell you about how I've been doing since I last saw you. Really, I've got lots of stories to tell. You've got a fun little group of acquaintances that might have taken me a while to convince that I knew you. Even with the proof, it was a bit of a hard sell. But maybe it's for the best that you aren't usually the type to hang around guys like me. It took some time and plenty of fancy words, but it all worked out in the end. And now you've got your letters from them. Just don't be alarmed if anyone gets mad at you for going behind the king's back to spend time with another man. A few of them didn't strike me as the type to be okay with infidelity. I may or may not have embellished the details of our relationship a bit to make it more believable. But I might also be exaggerating the sorts of things I did say to them. I guess you'll only find out once you start reading. Make yourself comfortable. There's a lot. Close your eyes and pick one if it's too hard, or I'll do it for you. I already know which ones are going to be the funniest. That friend of yours who has it out for the king taking you away? Guaranteed entertainment. I'd be shocked if there wasn't a part of the letter directed at him with every obscenity known to man folded up in there, with clear instructions to read on your wedding day. Fine, fine. Save the best for last. Yeah, family's probably a better place to start. Your parents looked like they were doing well, still carrying on like always. Just going by what your dad said, both of them were in pretty good spirits after they read your letter. Can't say for sure what they wrote, but it didn't look like there was much cause for concern. Yeah, that checks out. Kind of a boring start, but hey, that's probably for the best. A mundane life is one I'd be less inclined to worry about. What's with that look? What did they say about me? Obviously they did. Yeah, and you're clearly looking back and forth between whatever you're reading and me. Definitely means nothing, right? Fine. I'll just assume they're crying over the fact that you're marrying a royal who has you cooped up in a room by yourself over a sweet and upstanding gentleman like myself. Cough it up then. Can't be any more embarrassing than that. Oh. I don't know. Just wasn't what I expected, I guess. I said there were some things that might have given a different impression of our relationship, but it wasn't too outlandish or anything. I'm just a simple personal messenger from the palace that offered to expedite your letters. That's all. At least, that's what I told them. But, yeah, I guess it's nice they figured we were friends. Oh, what's wrong with that? Not close enough? No way. Was that actually what they wanted? Soul crushing, but better than nothing, I guess. Still, I wouldn't mind staying your friend and taking care of you in the best ways I can. You already know how. I didn't bring you those new clothes for nothing. You still have them, right? Good. Wouldn't want any naughty servants taking your gifts for themselves, but it's probably nothing that they aren't already wearing. They should be good enough to visit your family and friends in, right? If you want, I can take you to see them. They'd love to see you too, you know? It's never too good to be true. You know what I'm capable of. I'd have to figure out a good date and time, but it will have to be fairly late. Can't have the little king looking around for his dinner date. Still, the closer it gets to the wedding, the less time you'll have to yourself, no? So, it's got to be soon. Unless you don't mind a postponement. I could always give the little king a fright and make a mess of the decorations. Maybe even take some of the cake while I'm at it. It'll buy you some time. But your great escape from the palace might be extra bumpy on the way down. Your loss, but it'll be an even bigger one if you don't take the opportunity while you still have it. Once that ring's on your finger, they'll be watching you like a hawk. I mean, I can figure why they're not doing it now. Did you two ever get any pushback from the higher-ups when he said that he'd be marrying someone he met on the streets? I wouldn't be shocked if they'd be fine with me stealing you away. Nah, don't feel bad for him. I doubt he's waiting for suitors. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't say breaking his heart is worse than what he's already doing to you. Someone's gonna get trapped in a loveless marriage either way. How about at least one nice trip outside while it's still easy to do? I promise I'll make it worth the trouble. Enough to make you want me to help you get out of this life, maybe. His Highness still hasn't found the things I've taken from him. Shouldn't be too hard to do with you before you're kept under lock and key here. Well, you can decide once you have a taste of the outside world again. I can start getting things in order. I've got a few schedules to look into, but I think we have a good opening next week once holiday preparations start. You've got a bit of time without the focus directly on you. Let it be my gift to you as a way to celebrate. That's a good enough excuse, isn't it? I can think of other excuses, but really, I want to spend more time with you that's not cramped up in a room like this. You know my reasons. Well, I wouldn't mind sticking around right now if it means hearing all the fun things your friends and family have to say in their letters. You know I'm dying to know what that one very opinionated friend said, if that's alright with you. It's not just an excuse to hang around with you this time, but I'm happy to have the opportunity for both. Come on, let's hear it then.